Write What You Want to Say was first written in 2012, so it was due for a bit of a facelift. I was very happy with the way the first edition sold. Apparently it puts me into the category of a best-selling author, having sold I think close to 100,000 copies. I don't really need more work, but I decided that from feedback that I'd received from teachers that there was room for improvement. So the biggest difference between this round, I suppose, and the original How to Write What You Want to Say is that there are 3 books. They come as a set of 3. The How to Write What You Want to Say, the student workbook and the teacher's guide, and they very much are a set. There are cross references and links between each of the books. The teacher's guide is the one where it steps out how to teach these skills. It's got all the answers to the activities. The student workbook is the opportunity to practice the skills, and then the How to Write What You Want to Say in the secondary years is the book where you'll find all the sentence starters and examples of the skills in a piece of writing. One of the differences between the first edition and the second edition is that I've increased the number of writing skills in the second edition. Writing skill is just a way of using a piece of writing to demonstrate what we call in Queensland cognitive verbs, task words, so words like justify, evaluate, compare, describe, and so on. These are particular skills, and there are ways of writing to demonstrate those skills. So when I talk about writing to demonstrate a skill, it's those skills that appear in questions that I'm talking about. So in the teacher's guide, the way of teaching these skills explicitly is stepped out. So it's based on the teaching learning cycle, which is something that's been around for a very long time, and it involves 4 steps, 4 key steps: deconstruction of a text that demonstrates a writing skill, modelling of a text that does the same thing, joint construction, so joint means teacher with students, students with other students, different ways joint construction can play out, and finally independent construction. So that's where we let the students loose, we give them a graphic organizer, and we get them to use that to plan their response, and we allow them then to have a look at the How to Write What You Want to Say, and they get this relevant sentence starter. So for a teacher, that's really valuable formative assessment, because it will show them how the students are going. And of course we need to see that before we actually assess them. So it's no good to the student, or the teacher for that matter, waiting until a piece of assessment is done to go, oh, guess what? They can't justify. We need to find that out 3 or 4 weeks before the assessment, so we as teachers can do something about that.